All right, we are glad to have you back on Sunrise. Now, this is that time we take you to the streets of the social media to find out what is trending in the week. All right, so we're going to be starting. Of course, we still have Amaka is still here in the studio, looking her radiant or your babe self with getting ready for her O1 day for the weekend. Yeah, she dressed for O1 day this weekend. And then, of course, we have our comrade in the house. He's here to give us a heads up on the O1 because he did organize, you know, during the week, our Ratao president came. Amaka, did I give you that gist now? Comrade said he's taking me and you out after this to give us our own share of the ladies.
Okay, after now.
After now.
Ah, thank God, I'm well dressed.
Yes, we are all dressed for the O1. That's Comrade. Comrade, why are you looking at me like that?
I don't want to say anything.
What would you say that? What would you say that you're taking us out after now?
And the whole world has had it.
And the whole world has had it, so you cannot say.
And we need to take pictures for paparazzi on Monday.
Exactly.
On Sunrise paparazzi.
Trending on Monday, how you entertained us. All right, so we are back to trending stories. Now we are going to first take you to Anambra State. If you recall, during the week, there was this trending stories that was everyone's social media, how the Agune Chamber of Anambra, a vigilante group in Anambra, assaulted a youth copper in that state. And claiming that they found her among Yahoo, the building where Yahoo boys were supposedly staying. And even though she pleaded, they didn't listen to her. They assaulted her, beat her up, and tore up her clothes. Now, the Anambra State government has come up to react to that story. And now, please, let's have that clip back on the screen. You can see that the commissioner, the head of the group, is saying, no, this is not, we are not molesters. This is not what we assembled these people for. And they brought out all the 8 Agune Chamber members who attacked this NYC girl, and they said they are charging them to court. Now, Amaka, you recall that we were talking about this just on Wednesday, how this is what community policing will look like if nothing is checked. I think they are listening. And now, I don't know what you make of this reaction coming from the Anambra government.
Well, kudos first for the reactions. Kudos first for the reactions. But you know, sometimes when people are talking, you get to actually know what they're saying first by looking at them, leave what they're saying.
Their body language.
Yes, for someone who said that, you know, we are taking stiff measures against these people, and the young men were busy gisting at the back, almost smiling. I was beginning to think, that thing is saying, is it not for the glam?
Please, let's see them actually smiling. Can we play that in the back?
And then really speaking, one of them was busy. Those other two, they were even busy gisting. And I'm like, are you sure that this thing is not just for the glam? I watched it on my phone. If you say you're watching it on TV, I watched it on my phone. I was looking at it like this. I'm like, are you sure this is not for the glam? Because number one, these guys alone self, they're even still wearing clothes. These guys have committed a treasonable offense, in my own opinion. So already they should not be looking this fresh.
So are you saying they should have been naked? The same treatment they meted to the girl?
At least let them wear their underwear and sit down on the floor.
And see how it feels to be dehumanized.
No, that one is not dehumanization. Now that's just
part of dehumanization.
No, that's just the normal way that police people, when they want to parade criminal, you see that the criminals wear underwear. Sometimes if they want to be nice, they wear just trousers. More than no laugh. They should have at least wear boxers and singlets and sit on the floor with chains like this and stay like this, so that you are telling us you've handed them over. It's been since Wednesday, Abi Thursday. I want to see that they've actually been handed over. What has happened since then? This thing is for the glam, because these guys will not have the kind of morale to do what they do if there was no superior backing. Now for the glam, as far as I'm concerned.
So, Sonny, do you agree with Amaka that it is for the glam? And again, that they should have been on their boxers?
Now only that one you go here.
I think only that one. I mentioned it.
In a way, see, it's right. You know, people might be saying something else and be doing different. It's similar to the story of the other day we talked about the Nollywood actress who was doing exercise with policemen following her. Recently, I saw where there was this report that the policemen were dismissed.
For following her.
For following her.
Is that in the police act?
You know, they don't dismiss anything.
So I saw a headline that they are dismissed. So it's also possible that these guys will be just be talking for camera's sake. They're not ready to do the right thing. By now, we're supposed to be hearing that they actually charge. How many days does it take to charge?
Just like they did to
Comfort. The thing happened this today in the evening.
Maybe the magistrate, maybe the magistrate could have been at home.
Or maybe there's no magistrate court in Anambra State.
Or that there's someone we are charging to your court.
And he's yet to report.
But we should not throw away that. We should not throw away the fact that those vigilante groups, they have done a good job in apart from this incident. Yes, we know the story in Anambra State before now. Yeah, those guys have done a nice job with the aid of the other security agencies, but they themselves were the actual headache in this activity of wiping away criminality in Anambra State.
So in other words, you're saying we should not throw away the child with the bathwater. Is that what you're saying?
But you know, in every institution, you will find some Judases, some Judas, you know, as the case may be. If there are few people or few elements who are in that vigilante group that are not there to help do the actual job, those persons should be fished out. Then let the law take its hand. And this kind of act is not acceptable.
It's unacceptable.
For her to identify herself as a core member, you're supposed to.
Government picking for that matter. Government picking.
You're not supposed to go.
I've not even had anything from Tinubu. No, because that's the truth. No, these people are very special children.
The action should be coming from NYC first. Whose child it is in the first place? Because I know that when you are serving, for the 1 year you are in service, you are government picking.
That's what that is. If that girl, if truly she is an NYSC a core member, if that place where she is where she's supposed to be. If you be saying that she don't serve, this is just. If you be saying that she dey serve for Sokoto, she dey Sokoto, they can't catch her for Anambra.
It doesn't follow.
No. Hold on. I'm saying what I'm saying is, if she has digressed a bit from what she's supposed to do and where she's supposed to be as an NYSC member, she might not really have that sort of boldness. That's why I didn't call NYSC at the first minute. She might not really have that. You can't go and report. It's just like a child who is asked to stay in school. You leave school, go party somewhere. Something happened to you. Maybe you said go get moral, call your family. Now other people go call your family. It's just that way. But then, just because you're not where you're supposed to be, if your family hears of it, they will say something. But it's not you at the first place. You don't match line now. You don't get smushing. You don't match line. But I'm expecting the federal government, because as a federal government child, she has the right to be anywhere. And the federal government has that responsibility of protecting her. A Nigerian girl has been abused. She has been dehumanized. She has been degraded. In fact, she has been stripped bare for public eye. So I'm expecting the federal government to say something and do something, including bringing those people who were busy watching as this treatment, because I think the level of impunity in the country is on the rise, because people stand by and say it's not my business, and they are more interested in social media followership.
Okay, we're going to be resting that story there. Yes, where we expect that the federal government and NYC should react to that. Whether or not she is at the right place at the right time, that is yet to be determined. But the fact that there was a boldness to mention that she is a serving corps member, that is something that we need to look into and see how the federal government reacts to that story. We are keeping tab on the story, and let's see how it plays out. Okay, we are still in Anambra State now. This one has to do with culture. I don't know, Anambra, since for the past 3 weeks, or in fact since August, they've been in the news every day. Mostly not for a very good one. But this other one too has to do with culture. I don't know. Now, an Ebonyi man who is residing in Anambra, Idemili local government area to be precise, was caught with a huge python on his neck. And he's being paraded. What did he do? They say he cut off the head of the python. And in Idemili local government area, it is a taboo to kill python. Now, the story, what we're trying to understand is, did this man cut this python inside his house? Because I don't know if he's from Ebonyi, and in Ebonyi, we don't worship python. So I don't know what happens when you go to another state and the snake comes into your house. I don't know. That's funny. I don't know. Because me, I don't know how. You can see the man with the snake being hung on his neck, and he's being beaten and being taken to wherever they are taking him to. And he's an elderly man at that.
Knowing the culture of a place is very important when you go to a new environment. Those days, while we were in the north, there were persons that came to the northern part, basically Sokoto State, for the first time. So early morning, they started hearing cries for prayer. They woke up and said, what is happening? What is happening? So we took time to explain to them that this is a Muslim environment, and these are some of the things. And then we started educating them, apart from seeing that in the morning, these are the kind of thing, you don't enter people's house anyhow. You know, they bash it down. So when you go to a place, you try to understand the culture of that locality, you know, so that you will not fall prey to the happiness there. If I'm in my place here in Ebonyi and the snake comes in, nothing is clean.
It's not in all parts of Ebonyi, because I know that in my own place, the green snake, you cannot kill
the same as in Ishago.
In my place. Before. So even in Ebonyi, there are snakes you don't kill.
Okay, so can I wait in here?
Yes, please.
So I happen to, I'm fortunate, I have family in Anambra. Okay, that's Enugu Agidi. Anyone who goes to Anambra, I also, part of my basic school was also in Nkpo. Anyone who knows Anambra knows that the python is sacred. Actually, they call it Nani. If the python comes into your, see, because it's sacred, pythons come to their homes. In fact, pythons watch their children, their babies, for them when they go to the farm. That's in Idemili. Pythons watch their babies. You know how you tell someone to mind your children? Pythons, they go and come back, and the python is watching the child. So just because you've gone to Idemili to go and work, you see, there is this thing where we begin to say, I'm a Christian. You people are pagan. And you think you have the right to enforce your Christianity over people. Leave them to their own. Do your own. Let your attitude cause them to have a change. You can't go to people's land and begin to destroy their culture. I saw some people dragging the youth, saying that tradition is outdated. It is their tradition.
Let it be.
Let it be. And everyone who goes there, you've gone there to settle, to work, and to earn money. Do not desecrate their country. It would have been a different thing if you killed it inside. Nobody knew. In that same Idemili, years ago, Abakaliki people settled there to work. There is also something else that is sacred for them. Enwe. They don't kill Enwe.
Enwe, what do you mean by Enwe? What's Enwe?
You mean Enwe? Monkey now.
Okay.
They don't kill it at Enugu. And certain Abakaliki men who went now say, these people have big meats here, and they are not killing it.
Bush meat.
And they killed the Enwe and prepared better pepper soup. And an old woman went to call them to come and work for her and met them eating. So they said, you met us well, come and eat. The woman said, no, thank you. But, you know, her eye can't they pass. She said, what are you eating? They said they killed a big, and well, this woman ran into the village to go and call others that they have killed another of their nanny. The villagers came and asked these people. They were not remorse. You know what they said? We don't know, but we don't kill. We don't kill them now. Since we don't eat them, make we complete them now. The villagers like, you can't do this. These are the things you need to do to appease the. They said no. They left them to Enwe. Enwe started killing them. By the time he remained one, that one now ran to the shrine. The shrine now said, I'm serious, this happened in Enugu, that's where my family stays. The priest now said, did all the consultation, and I said, that Enwe said that since he has started killing, let him now finish the killing. Do you understand? And so even though they do not hold the Enwe sacred, they secreted the land where the Enwe is held sacred. So you can't do that. But anyway, the thing has happened, and the man is now, he has been shamed. The reason why they had him hanged that is a way of ridicule, just public shaming.
I hear that if you do that, you have to bury.
You give it a full burial right. You bury him, you do the funeral, coffins, you call people, gunshot salutes, and all of that.
And you have to leave the land.
I think the man was in the wrong.
Yeah.
He killed it, cut off the neck. He already had pepper and crayfish that he has pounded for pepper soup.
This is not funny. So I think it's about time, like Amaka pointed out, that we should learn to respect people's culture. And this is one of the reasons why it appears that Igbos are being hunted here and there. You understand? When you go to a place, look at what they hold sacred. For crying out loud, respect it. Here, even here in Ebonyi State, there are things you don't do. There are the do's and don'ts. You don't go to a place and start thinking that it's an Igbo land, so you must do whatever thing you feel like. I think that is the wrong. I think it's absolutely wrong, and it should be stopped. Please respect what is sacred. There is no place, there is no part of the world, even in Britain, they have culture.
They are not forcing you to worship their python, but leave their python for them. If you enter inside, you won't kill her. Make sure you kill it when nobody knows.
I also heard, Amaka, that as long as you're in that place, even as a foreigner, the python will not attack you. That's what they say.
The guy have seen a lot of meat.
No, canko. Ano kanko. Meat was too much, and there is hunger in the land. He would have gone scot-free if they did not catch him.
Oh my God.
No, he would have gone scot-free, because one of those days
after there be repercussion?
After my auntie got born again, when the fire still they catch him, one of those days, because she was born in the north. By the time she came down to Enugu and all of these, they said nanny. One of those days, the python, the nanny entered her house. Nobody was around. My auntie killed and threw him inside toilets. Nothing happened. Nobody see her now. She don't know. So look, this man might have been killing and chopping and going scot-free until the python decided to bring out its leg to the outside.
Whether myths or truth, the fact remains that we should respect people's culture as we see it. All right, that takes us to our final story of the day, and this one has to do with Peter Obi's son, Olise what's the name?
Eloka.
Yeah, Elokobi. A video has been trending online that where they saw him in a very close pose, a seemingly affectionate pose with a London-based British Nigerian actor Kent Okwesa, promoting widespread speculation on social media. Some interpreted the photos as romantic. Now the guy has come to say, this is my life. The fact that my father is a popular man, is a politician, has nothing to do with me. And that he is an actor, he respects people and gives them their space. So he doesn't know why they should be associating the fact that he's the son of a popular politician to his own personal life. He has his life to live, and he does not discriminate against anybody. So the interpretation that is being given to this is what is infuriating for some. It's like, why are you, is it because your father is popular or your mother is popular, does that mean that you no longer have your privacy? Comrade, I don't know what to make of this particular story that has been trending.
Well, however, you see, as the political period is coming, The election will soon be here. And this day of AI, there are a lot of things that will be coming up on air. People will like to do a lot of malicious thing or the other using artificial intelligence. And you know, in our society, a lot of persons do not understand that artificial intelligence will be used to do so many things that will look so real.
Yeah.
So I was expecting the guy to debunk it that this is not what he's doing, but he didn't go into that direction and was only emphasizing that his private life should be left alone
private
for him. So I do not want to say that that is the life he's living, or it is not the life he's living. The fact is that as the election is coming closer, people should be wary of the kind of things that they will see on social media. Most of them might not be real. Most of them will just be malicious for the purpose of, targeting a particular politician or the other. We're going to see more and more of it.
No scandals coming up.
More of things that look like scandal. Some of them may not be true. Some of them may be just people sitting down somewhere and bringing up one or two politics, for the particular politicians to be seen in another light.
They take advantage of every situation and they want to hijack and make headlines with it. Now, Amaka, what do you make of this particular story?
All right, so the truth of the matter was that the story, the picture you're even seeing is the one that is displayed is not the main picture, right? The main picture was a sexual post between him and another guy, not this one. I doubt if we have that picture there. It's not this one. It actually made its way on a UK magazine that is just for gays. Okay, so in that picture, he made a publication advocating for the rights of, those, gay people. Okay, he made a post advocating for their rights. Okay, but then the thing is this: Eloka is an actor. He's a producer. That's why in the post he shared after he shared this particular picture, he was saying something about, I live in the make-believe world. I turn fictions to reality. It is life. Okay, and the truth of the matter is, whether Eloka wants to be gay or is gay is not anybody's business. Does Nigeria accept gay? No. Is it accepted elsewhere? Yes. Does Eloka live in Nigeria? No. Eloka lives in a place, in a clime where it is okay for people to be gay. So that is Eloka's life. Is Eloka a politician? No. Is Eloka a public figure in Nigeria? No. I think we need to get to that point where people begin to make a distinction. It's not just Nigeria, it happens all over the world. Remember how they dragged Blue Ivy, that's Beyonce and Jay-Z's child. People need to make a distinction between parents and their children. The same way they were dragging Soludo's son the other time for being a musician. The other person say even make crappy music. He said, how you not go make crappy music? After all, in Papa, they do crappy policies for Anambra. These people are, the guy had to come out and say, anything that happens in Anambra, you people will write it and tag me. My father is the governor. I am not the governor. If Adeleke does anything in Osun State, they would drag B-Red. In fact, these days it's Davido that they would drag. If Davido does anything, when he found he was around, that boy suffer. Any small thing Davido does, they will drag him. When Tonto Dike does her madness, they will drag his son. I think people need to get to that point where they know to make a distinction between public figures and their children.
Yeah, I think so too. I totally agree with you. And I believe that it's high time, just like a comrade said, that we begin to look beyond the make-believe. And like Eloka did point out, that he lives in a make-believe world. His private life is none of our business. Although Nigeria does not advocate for that kind of life, but like you said, he is not in Nigeria. He's a Nigerian, yes. His father is a political figure, yes. He's a public figure, yes. But Eloka is not a public figure in Nigeria. So that shouldn't bother us, and that is not something that people should lap on and want to use it to either destroy the father's name or the image the man has created. All right, that is the much we can take for today on Trending Stories, and this is where we are calling it a day on Sunrise and Sub Television this week. Many thanks for being with us. I am Laura Manzamaka.
Whatever you do, whether money day or money no day, remember to relax. My name is Alaka Isachiko. Thank you for being a part of the show today.